And we're live. Welcome, everyone, back to the Wildlands campaign. Well, very excited for this session. Take just a moment and go zen with me. Get yourself into the spirit of the ruins of this ancient monastery where your characters now stand. Last time, amongst other things, there was travel. And you, after defeating the apes who raided you in the night, including the weird white-furred four-armed ape, and dumping their bodies down the river, you made your way across the wildlands, through the Cloud Summit Peaks, and spotted, just barely, a swampland off down below the foothills to your east, and you realized that the half-sunk ruins in that swamp were calling to you, particularly to Vapos, and the feeling only got stronger as you turned aside from your main questline path and headed down into the Thurbu quagmire. Now, after trudging through the mountains, through the swamp, dusk has fallen, and you have come to this amazing place. It has a strange peacefulness to it. And by the way, cartography by the Jhikaas Patreon, and there may be some art from the ForgottenAdventures.net, and my personal apologies to anyone. I have used some quotations from real sort of Zen various sources that may come up during the game, and my apologies if that is in any way they are being used intentionally inappropriately in some cases. So my apologies if that's a problem for anybody. But let's get into the game. As you trudge through the Thurbu quagmire, picking your way between the scummy pools and twisting swamp trees, you come to an impressive stone ruin at the center of a set that was once a vast temple or monastery. You can only guess at the ring of stone walls and platforms from the pattern of overgrowth and muddy knolls, but it seems to form the ring and spokes of a huge mandala. You come to a path raised above the murky swamp water that leads toward a huge stone hand, green with moss and winding tree branches. Through a round moon gate there lies a beautiful and strangely peaceful sight. An ancient garden and koi pond surrounding the namesake of the open palm temple. In the palm of the hand, a chapel to long-forgotten deities keeps its shadowed council, though within you can barely make out a figure in the moonlight, sitting cross-legged and still as a statue. Dotting the garden and koi pond are large, gleaming bubbles, which only add to the enchanted aesthetic. Most hover close to small stone shrines, but some more brightly colored bubbles seem to flow with magic straight from the fingers of the stone hand, long streamers of faint color that glitter in the evening light. These streams of magic seem to contain arcane runes, which match the style of various inscriptions upon the small spirit shrines in the garden. Standing in front of the main shrine amongst the stone hand's fingers, casting shadows from the moon called the Lost One, is Master Jhikaas. A water genasi, like Vapos, he seems to have grown enormously in size, standing over 8 feet tall, yet he is emaciated. Each whipcord muscle standing out from tight blue skin that seems deathly pale in the moonlight, much paler than the blue of Vapos' complexion. Master Jhikaas pays no mind to your approach, as he seems to be deep in a meditative practice session. Flowing from one move to the next, he almost swims through the air, leaping through forms and moves that seem as precise and certain as they appear deadly and powerful. As he goes through his katas, the master summons a glittering orb of power that appears to have a furious storm barely contained inside, full of clouds, lightning, and sleet. The area within the large stone hand shimmers with magic. A larger bubble, perhaps, barely visible and barely containing this cycle of powerful moves, like a watery dance of war. The path is open before you. So is the path away just as clear. Which way will you choose? So, your characters arrive, you're approaching at this moment to the southern edge of this map. You have about a minute after seeing this scene to do stuff as you walk along. There's a circular gate in the wall that lines the southern border of this map. Before you pass through that gate, you have about a minute to prep. So you have 10 rounds to do stuff or talk. If there's anything you want to talk about in response to seeing this. Is there anything that anyone wants to do to utilize that time?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
For sure.
We are dumping every buff we can think of onto Vapos' ass.
Very well. Okay, well, go right ahead, Em, because I don't think Bref has any buffs that he's dumping.
All my buffs are self-contained.
Exactly.
Bella, do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
Sure. Well, I have a potion of Cat's Grace that I'm going to give to Vapos. And then I'm going to wait until I'm going to wait until right before he to cast Heroism on him, because it's only a 1-minute spell.
Okay, Kiri's gonna slap a death ward on him, which lasts for 8 hours, so I can do this whenever I please. I'm gonna put it in chat. And then also right before he takes off, she's going to hit him with Bless.
All right. Whoa, Death Ward. You prepped that?
It's a verbal, yeah. It's one of my class ones. It's always prepped.
It's a domain spell. Cool.
Yeah.
Bref, one thing, or Mavra, one thing that you guys can be thinking about is you can set up, you can set up, you know what, you can set up anywhere within 15 feet. You can set up anywhere within 20 feet of the center southern point of the map here.
Also something else for Vapos that I've been waiting to throw on him for so long. This is going to be great.
Okay.
This lasts for an hour.
Oh man,
Oh,
that's
boy.
awesome.
Unaffected by spells and other magical effects, can neither reduce the target speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained. Amazing. Very impressive.
That is awesome.
I've been wanting to use it on you for forever.
Free to move, and it's one of those spells. Okay.
Listen, everyone, before we get started here, I just wanted to say, I just wanted to thank you all for all of your help in getting me to this point. And well, once the fighting starts, I don't believe that any of you will be able to directly interfere with me or Jhikaas. But I would not be surprised if he has other tricks up his sleeve to threaten all of you, or even as he and I are fighting. So please be on your guard, and if it looks like things are getting too dangerous for all of you, there's still something else that's very important for everyone else to do. So if it gets to a point where you might not be able to hold out, then go ahead and leave me.
Vapos, all due respect, that's not happening.
Thank you.
Yeah, listen, Phabos, we're with you for a long haul, okay? Just stay safe.
I'll do my best. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right. So you may set up, guys, anywhere. Go ahead and put yourselves anywhere within the within 25 feet of this point, this midpoint on the bottom here. Okay. And Shadir is going to try to be sticking very close to Akiri.
She appreciates that.
And whenever possible, he is going to be flying.
Thing I forgot to mention, these bubbles. I think they are. I don't know how much usefulness you will be able to get out of them, but each of them should be located next to a stone that has a mantra written on it, and I believe that you might be able to get some benefits from chanting those mantras if you're inside of the bubble. This is I don't think that this is something that's directly of Jhikaas' working.
Interesting. Okay.
Shadir looks curious, and after his sister says that, he says, "Oh, something to be translated and investigated, perhaps?"
Akiri kind of looks at him and gives him a quick grin, just like, you nerd.
He says, "I'm just trying to help in any way I can."
Apos just chuckles and says, maybe investigated later, but for now, I think they might be able to provide some insight and guidance if you were to utilize them. I don't know specifically what they will do, but they could be useful.
Okay. Well, Bella might know better than me.
Might know what?
How to translate the mantras.
Oh, I'm sure that, you know, with our heads put together, it'll probably be better than trying to do it solo.
Are there any other preparations you guys want to make? You have 10 rounds. I think you've used like 3 or 4 of them at this point. Are there any other preparations you guys want to make or other discussions you want to have before we...
Vapos has already activated his Visage of the Elemental Self, but he hasn't activated his arms yet.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Then, with that, with your war faces on, in Vapos' case literally, you come through the circular gate and enter the strangely peaceful koi pond, lit by the moon and dominated by the pale figure practicing his moves in the stone hand. When you come through, Master Jhikaas finally pauses, holding the orb hovering between his hands, and looks across at you and speaks. And when he talks, the voice seems to emanate from all around, vibrating through the stones, from the trees, and from the koi fish in the pond. The voice, though its source is strange, is familiar to you, Vapos. Ah, my greatest student, Vapos, the monk of 2 masters. You should have been next in the cycle, but that is sadly broken now. You return to me without the essence of the Shadow Dragon, the missing element that might have raised us up. The shadow that might have broken me free of this prison, this cycle where I and all my little fishes are trapped. Instead of my greatest disciple, you have become my greatest disappointment. You have given up the flow of the Whisperer. You have turned to those who call themselves gods, those whose cycle would destroy us. You have chosen death instead of eternal life. Shame upon you. Betraying us all. Betraying us, you, who should have been by my side as we follow the Whisperer into eternal glory. Now you come with traitorous, corrupt allies. most powerful of disciples. No matter. You have heeded the call. You have come to see the finish of the duel we started. You have come to see your cycle ended.
Vapos will shout so that he can be heard across the distance with his visage of the elemental self, and he's just going to say, "I am ashamed to think that I once thought you wise, Jhikaas, but now I hear only the words of a fool. I have chosen not death, but motion. I have chosen not eternity, but understanding. I have come to realize that where you seek unification and stillness in all things, in that path lies stagnation, dormancy, and the only true death that you can ever have, one in which things can no longer grow."
He does a swift move with his hand. And from his orb flies a cloud that rises into the air and begins to grow larger overhead. And he says, "Arise, my failed students. Now become my koi folk." And the fish in the pond that were the transformed disciples begin to grow and change shape. Would you please select your characters and roll initiative?
Here we go.
Ooh.
Vapos, if you want to, unless I'm very mistaken, isn't initiative a dexterity roll?
Oh yeah, you're right, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you should have advantage on
Yes. Thank you.
Nice. That's amazing.
That is helpful.
Okay, has anybody not rolled or not see their turn added in the initiative?
I'm not seeing Shadir in the initiative.
Thank you. I did forget Shadir. I should have pulled up his sheet first. Don't break the stream. Don't break the stream. Don't break the stream. Okay, we're good. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Jhikaas. His abilities and senses and everything about him so hyper-tuned. Actually, is that too low? No. It's just displaying weird. But yeah, no, that's the correct initiative. He will be acting first. So the first thing that's going to happen is I mentioned this cloud that emerged from the orb. And that is now going to be taking effect. So he seems to be concentrating on something, and this cloud overhead that is now blocking out the stars is going to unleash a bolt of lightning from the heavens that throws everything into a stark white light. And I'm going to need it is, yes. Okay, I'm going to need Vapos. Yeah, let's go. Let's see. That's going to be Vapos, Breath, and Mavra are all going to need to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Nice.
Those are some impressive dexterity saving throws. So you guys dodge partway out of the lightning, spinning to the side in Vapo's case. Bref kind of doing a sailor's sachet to one side. Mavra the dwarf just kind of sturdily turning. And wow, that's a low roll. So you're going to take half of 5 as you all make the save. That's kind of incredible. So Vapos is going to take half of 5.
No, I'm taking no damage.
Oh, you're taking no damage. So
I'm taking half of half. I have resistance to lightning.
You're resistant to lightning. Very nice. So this is a very pathetic amount of damage. I guess Mavra is taking 2, and that's the most of all of you 3. Still, the cloud persists overhead. And Jhikaas's grin spreads over his face as he watches you easily shake that off. I can see that was only a tickle. As a bonus action, he is going to he is going to adopt a stance that you may recognize, although it's a bit different with when somebody's 8 feet tall, but it's a defensive stance that he adopts. And he is essentially in dodging at the moment.
Cool.
And I think that's all he's going to do at the moment. Yep. Oh, yes. He already called forth to the koi, which you now see transforming, and he is smiling and watching his former students wriggle and transform. And that brings us to Bella's turn.
Yeah, Bella's probably just going to double move at this point and draw her longbow.
All right. Bella, actually, as you start your turn, Bella,
Yeah.
you're going to glance down, and you are going to see these slightly glowing characters engraved into these stones. And you can tell that they are. You can tell with your training in Arcana that they are magically connected to this bubble.
Extremely weird. You know what? Fuck it. Maybe I'll try the bubble. Alright, I'm gonna go in the bubble and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, bursted bubble.
Well, when you move in the bubble, you can feel this that you could meditate like very briefly and easily in there. So as a bonus action, it is possible to do a brief meditation in the bubble and gain its benefits.
Alright, I'll do that.
If you know the right mantra, you can also grant those benefits to an ally
Now,
anywhere in the temple grounds.
we thought that the mantras were written on the stones. Am I able to read the stones from here?
Yes, but it would be an action to investigate or Arcana check them.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, go for it.
That's an 18 investigation.
Okay, so Shadir is watching you closely because he takes an interest in these things as well. And he watches as you kind of mouth the words to yourself. And you come to realize that this ancient inscription is translatable to your eye as it shimmers slightly with a magical glow and in the moonlight. And it seems to be indeed a meditation mantra, which in this case, on that stone that you're reading, reads, "Only the hand that erases can write the true thing."
Alright, I'm going to use my bonus action to meditate on that
Okay.
for my turn.
Okay. You gain 5 temp HP and +1 in attack and damage for a round.
Nice.
And if you say the mantra as part of the bonus action, you can give that benefit to any one ally on the temple grounds.
Alright, I'll give it to Vapos.
Okay. It only lasts a round, though.
Well, if he manages to make it there.
Okay. Jhikaas,
Max cut out a little bit for me. What was the benefit again?
5 temporary HP and +1 attack and damage for 1 round.
Oh, cool.
And don't forget to also take 5 temp HP for my heroism spell.
Right, that I don't think that stacks. I don't think you can ever have temp HP from multiple sources.
That's right. It
All
doesn't
right.
stack.
Well, regardless, I guess you get 5 either way for this round.
Thank you.
But mine's going to stack every round. You're going to get 5 more temp HP every round. That'll stack with itself, I believe.
Oh, cool.
Heroism, I don't think does that. It doesn't grant you 5 more HP every round.
Yeah, it does. Well, let me scroll up.
All right. Well, you
Gain temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns. I don't know if that implies that it stacks.
I don't think it stacks, but maybe it refreshes the 5 temp HP.
Okay.
It doesn't have a cap listed in the spell.
I think it's.
But that's
it might
the
just be
way
because
that-
of the.
As far as I understand the rules, Bella, each instance of getting temp HP doesn't stack. It just replaces the temp HP that you have.
All right.
So it's very good. It means that you have a temp HP shield that refreshes every round. So if you take damage, then you get 5. Right?
Okay.
So it's still extremely good. It's just not quite that crazy.
Yeah, even if it doesn't stack, that's still awesome.
Yeah.
For a first level spell.
In a joke only Max will understand, I rule in accordance with the House of Beit Shammai.
Okay. Thank you. But that's how temp HP works.
Okay.
All right. So Bella, you guys watch as Bella does all these things, and then with a legendary action, Master Jhikaas thrusts out a fist as part of his move. And a Master's Water Whip bursts from the pond and is going to attempt to grab you, Bella. So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. Okay.
That is only 13.
That will fail, I'm afraid. So you are going to take some damage from the whip of water that wraps around you and drags you. So take 15 points. And you are dragged over here, where you come crashing face to face with a koi folk that is now revealed to you right there.
That is fantastic.
Is that a... Oh, never mind.
Bella, from your angle, you can also see another koi folk who is fully transformed.
All right.
Over here, you see it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That brings us to Mavra's turn.
Okay, Mavra is going to
move over here next to Bella and attack the koi.
Okay. Holy smokes. Okay. So with the first strike, Dragon's Bite slams in through any defenses it might, as it tries to dodge out of the way. It really doesn't work, and you slice off a fish steak. And then on the backswing, you come back and you just slash it right across the chest. Its claw weapon and net go flying, severed in twain as you slay this thing. Bam, bam.
Okay. That'll end my turn.
Well, I do need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
What's that?
I do need you to make a... Actually, no, there's no saving throw for this. Oh, yes, you do need to make a dexterity saving throw, please, Mayra.
Okay.
Actually, I need you to make 2 saves. We'll just count both of these rolls. So that is a 21 and a 10. So, Mavra, when you attack this thing, it has poison sacs secreted along its skin and these spines along it that are leaking poison, and you get splashed with it. So you would take some poison damage, but I know that you have the armor and axe, and they give you immunity.
Yep.
So you are immune to that poison damage as you strike this thing in melee.
Alright.
That brings us to yes, that is going to bring us to the point where more of these creatures are going to complete their transformation and emergence from the pond. They haven't had a turn yet, but they are finished transforming. Actually, this one is right here. Okay, Akiri, your turn.
Alright, Akiri is going to... actually, she doesn't have to go over this. She is going to anyways. She's going to slide up a little bit closer to the boys, and then she's going to cast Bless on Vapos and Breath because he's here, and then Shadir as well because he's also here.
Okay. What are we using for Bless? Vapos is using the heart icon for something else, right?
No, I was using that for Bless.
Oh, okay, cool. Alright, so Breath is blessed. Vapos is blessed. Akiri's blessed. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, Breath.
Pardon me. Let's see. Are any of these trees, do they indicate difficult terrain of any kind? I'm sorry, I don't recall if that's been addressed.
Yes. Passing through the trees, if it's more than half full of tree, it's going to be difficult terrain.
Okay. Well, I can't get to these guys in one turn then. I mean, I can, but it would take a double move. but I don't really have anything else to do, so I'm gonna spend my turn double moving. I'm gonna start moving to the right side of this thing, so I'm gonna go right here. Let's see, and I'm going to bonus action Rage,
All right.
which will activate my Storm Aura, and I'm gonna zap that guy for 1d6 damage.
Okay.
For 6 damage!
Oh, damn. That actually is a pretty significant amount of damage for him. He's not looking great, actually.
You don't hire Koi. I mean,
Yeah.
rookie
This is actually
mistake.
female, but yes.
That will end my turn.
Okay. Well, they are now going to take a turn. So, the Koi folk move up. This one's coming to splash us out of the water. Actually, it's going to leap out of the water and end up in this bubble here. And then it's going to throw darts at Mavra. And those will all bounce off your armor, Mavra, if your armor is indeed 23.
It is.
Bing, bing, bing! No effect whatsoever. However, you can see that it's getting the benefit of that bubble there. This one is going to move over here and throw darts at Bella. Bing, bing, bing! I think I got a hit there. Okay, Bella. You're gonna take some damage. So you're hit twice, Bella, and you take 6 damage and 7 damage. Breath, you're getting attacked. The Koi folk makes a desperate flurry of attacks, striking at you with these poison-lined claws and fists, with these martial arts moves, somewhat similar to the way that Vapos moves. And
One of those definitely hits.
one of those hits. In fact, okay, this one is not in a bubble. So it's only one hit. All right. Okay, so you're going to take some bludgeoning damage, which you are going to have. So instead of 8 damage, take 4 bludgeoning. Because you're
Got
bludgeoned.
it.
But you're also going to take some poison damage, which I don't know if you're immune to. You take 2 poison damage.
I'm not, no.
Okay. And that's not quite all. Yeah, this one is going to leap up out of the water. And come over here. And go into a patient defense stance. Alright, that brings us to Vapos' turn.
All right. Vapos is going to move up 35 feet of his movement up here because of freedom of movement. He doesn't care about the difficult terrain. And then he is going to use his bonus action to activate his Arms of the Elemental Self. So both of these koi fish that are within 10 feet of me need to make a dexterity save, DC 16, or else take 13 force damage.
All right. One makes it.
Okay.
One does not.
No damage on a success.
Okay, so the blast of water from you activating your thing kills this one. Between your damage and Breath's damage. That's going to be enough.
Okay.
On
And then I'm just going to say very quickly, I'm going to keep moving to try to engage Jhikaas. I'll leave the rest of these to you.
Go for it. Go, go.
And then he's going to move another 15 feet up like this to complete his normal movement. And then he's going to spend his action to dash. Okay. And so he's going to go another 50 feet to get right here.
Okay. As you're passing these things, by the way, Vapos, you're seeing glowing inscriptions on here and on this kind of remnant of an altar.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Anything else from you?
That's it for me.
Okay. So Shadir is going to look around. He says, "Sister, should I try to get rid of the cloud or should I attack?"
Kiri honestly didn't even think about getting rid of the cloud, but she's like, get rid of it. That's gonna be a problem later.
Okay. He looks up and he goes, and dispel magic. Actually, come to think of it, there's no roll necessary. The cloud parts and it dissipates. Jhikaas raises an eyebrow with a look of slight annoyance. And that brings us to his turn. He will... he is going to... Seeing Vapos running up. He is going to reach out. Actually, you know what? He is going to do something else. He is going to raise up the orb and say, "Why the rush?" So that is coming slamming down on Vapos. So Vapos, you are now getting pelted by a storm of ice and rain, sleet. And it's slowing your roll potentially toward Jhikaas.
Okay.
And it's kind of an enormous area here. And it's actually starting to freeze the top of the water a little bit. Oh, by the way, the lily pads on this map. It is possible, even for non-monks, to run across them with a successful check. Okay, guys? So, Just so you know that. Alright, I'm not finding the right thing to draw at Vapos, but it's you're in the edge of it, and it's kind of covering the ground in front of you.
Sure.
With him concentrating on that, yes, he is going to go and then do a martial arts move. And he is unleashing oh no, that he can't. He can't do that as a bonus action. Shoot. Okay, yeah, it's actually very annoying that Shadir dispelled that. I probably shouldn't have given you an NPC who could cast Dispel Magic. He is he's going to go into defense, patient defense again. Bella.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna spin around. Do I have a clear shot at this guy?
No. You do have an obscured shot at that guy. His AC will be higher.
How? Alright, I'll shoot at this guy for now.
Okay.
I assume that hits.
Yes, it does.
Alright, take 11 damage.
11 damage. Alright. He... wobbles, but doesn't quite go down. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. As the arrow comes toward him, he reaches out one dripping hand and tries to deflect your shot. So it's going to reduce some of the damage from it as it's partially deflected. But not entirely. Anything else, Bella?
That's the end of it, I think.
Okay. After Bella's turn, we're doing a legendary action from Jhikaas. He says, "Indeed. Come this way." And he is going to do a martial arts move, expel breath, and an explosion of acid occurs back behind you, Vapos, hitting your allies that he so scorned. What in the fuck just happened? Like, the ruler just vanished. How is that even possible? Why is that an option? This is going to get... He wants to get the back line, particularly Shadir. So that's going to get Shadir, that's going to get you, and Breath. But you guys are just out of reach. I don't think he can get both Bella and Shadir. No, he cannot. So, Breath, Akiri, and Shadir are making dexterity saving throws from this explosion of acid. Good night, Mavra.
Also,
succeed.
breath,
Yes?
bless.
Oh, bless. What is that? Plus D4?
D4.
Okay. Bring it all the way up to 11. Actually, let me see. I have... No, that's not it. That's not it. I have something else, but I guess not. Nope, I just got an 11.
All right. Okay. So, Breath and Shadir failed their save and are taking 26 acid damage. That could have been a lot worse.
Did you add bless to Shadir?
I didn't. What is it, a D4?
Yes.
Oh. Actually, I think that means he succeeded. Oh my gosh. Yep. You made Shadir succeed.
There we
So
go.
he's going to take half. And so
You're
are
a
you
good
gonna take-
sister.
Yeah.
You're also taking half.
Me?
Yep. Okay. Vapos, you're going to realize that he is interacting with the flow of the Whisperer. Go ahead, Mavra's turn.
Mavra is going to hop up to this fishy and introduce them to Dragon's Bite.
Okay.
Wait, sorry, that was the wrong roll. I think? Yeah, that was her. I clicked. I mean, we can take the roll. Just clicked the wrong. It would have been 15, actually. Because Dragon's Bite is plus 12, and I accidentally hit Warhammer, which is plus 9.
15 to hit.
Yes.
This is against the guy in the bubble.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So that is a miss. 15 is a miss.
Okay. So second attack.
Okay.
This one is Dragon's Bite, and that's a 26.
Nice. Okay. Well, some of that damage is no doubt being eaten up by the bubbles buff, but that is still 9 damage, which is still pretty solid.
And barring anything else from the fish, that will end Mavra's turn.
Okay. More of the koi complete their transformation at this moment in time. So they are up here to the left of Vapos and to the north of Vapos. Akiri.
All right. She's going to turning to Shadir. Over her shoulder, she's going to sling a healing spell at him. And then she's going to do a hop, skip, and a jump closer to the rest of the group.
Oh, Mavra got struck by more poison backsplash, but she's immune.
Got it.
All right, anything else, Akiri?
Nah, I'm just rolling stuff.
You want to move?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
But she did hit Shadir with a healing spell first. I'm just rolling. Anyways, that's all for me.
Bref.
Right. Well, I'm going to swim the short distance onto this island here. And wallop this guy.
All right.
I am not attacking recklessly. That's a 16 and a 15.
The 16 will hit.
Awesome. 8 damage.
Okay. Apparently that's exactly what he had. So he goes down.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, you hack through the koi and she collapses within the bubble and then just kind of melts back into the size of a koi instead of a person.
Getting Banyo vibes from this.
Ooh, right?
But even creepier. What else do you want to do, Bref?
I'm just going to spend the rest of my movement and come over here.
Okay. You are passing by some more inscriptions on this.
Good thing I can't read.
Okay. Well, you're back up on dry land. Anything
Yep.
else?
That'll do it.
Okay. Well, Mavra's getting attacked now. None of those are going to come close to hitting as the multiple strikes try to come at her with the poisonous spines, which she's also immune to. So she is pretty safe in that combat. Shadir goes, nah! As this one throws some throwing stars at him. Amazingly, he is hit twice. So he's going to falter a little bit in the air. Because this is the first time he's ever been struck by an enemy weapon since the traumatic experience that he had. Oh,
You got that he was healed for 7, right?
no, I missed that. Thank you. Oh yes, that was the good big sister moment. Yeah. That was awesome. But he is now taking 8 and 6 for a total of 14. He says, I need to do something. He's biting his, he's making a lot of noises and looking at the blades that are now embedded in his arm and wing. Vapos, these guys plunge under the surface of the water where the sleet is pelting them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're swimming over actually they're swimming over, you can see where they go. They're swimming over here to this edge.
Okay.
And out of it. I was going to use this as the area, but it wasn't necessary. Vapos, this one is coming over here and attacking you. 3 attacks. Natural 1. Natural 3. That's a hit on you.
Okay.
So, as it is in this bubble, its stats are a little bit stronger, and it is going to deal 8 points of damage to you.
Okay. What kind of damage?
Piercing.
Cool.
Shink. This one is coming over this way. And actually a little bit farther, and it's going to throw darts at Mava. They are all going to miss horribly. Ding, 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 clank off the helmet of her armor. That brings us to Vapos' turn.
All right. So I need to make a dex save or else I'll fall
Correct.
prone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 23.
Yup, that'll do it.
Okay.
So it's also difficult terrain for 80 feet.
Freedom of movement.
Oh! Jhikaas doesn't know that you have that on you.
So yeah. So yeah, I am going to bonus action dash
Okay.
to get up. I'm going to get right next to Jhikaas.
All right. So you run over the water.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get up close, you can feel as you kind of this ever so slight resistance as you break through the magical barrier, as though you can feel it like something peeling over your skin as you enter within the area of the open palm.
Cool.
Vapos, immediately upon getting there as well, Jhikaas is looming over you in his defensive stance. And his expression has changed one to this wide-eyed, but somehow very, very calm expression, and he smiles. Now, Vapos, your passive perception is 19.
Mm-hmm.
You would, otherwise, if it was any lower, you would be too distracted by Jhikaas to notice this. But there are 5 other figures well hidden, almost invisible on this hand with you. And you realize that they are somewhat familiar to you. There are these figures up on the fingers. They seem frozen. They are totally unmoving at the moment. You recognize them as fellow monks, schoolmates, if you will, fellow members, other disciples of Jhikaas, who were good but not as good as you. And within the shrine here, there's a kind of a low double step and platform and like a space in the middle for meditation, and a bell hung above it. Okay? But under the bell, sitting cross-legged, is another figure that you recognize. A half-elf who wears the black robes of a master who has broken free of darkness.
Oh, shoot.
It is, in fact, Qui Fitzywell, sitting cross-legged, eyes closed, hands in a meditation position, utterly frozen. It doesn't even look like he's breathing. So you take all of this in the space of less than a second. And then Jhikaas is over you and he says, "And now our duel begins again."
Yeah, Vapos is just going to look up at Jhikaas and, he was never quite sure what he was going to feel in this moment. Or, whether it was going to be rage at what Jhikaas did, or betrayal at, what he's learned about the cult, or whatever else. But seeing the wild look in his eyes and the, glee at seeing me and, having this, what he thinks is a chance to destroy me, I think Vapos just feels pity for him. And is just going to shake his head, and he's just going to say, "You have become a mockery of the self-mastery that all of us have strive to attain. I'm sorry, but like the wild dog that you've become, I have to put you down." And I'm going to make a couple of unarmed attacks against him.
All right.
So it's just going to be 2 attacks. First one is, well, he's dodging, right?
He is indeed, so you have disadvantage to attack him.
Right. Okay. So that is a 28 to hit for 8 force damage.
Very amazing. Yeah, a 28 is a hit.
All right. And then second attack is, oh my god, if I didn't have disadvantage right now.
Oh, that's 2 crits.
Holy shit!
But that's still going to be a 26 for
you know,
another 8 force damage.
So narratively, how much damage was it?
A total of 16 force damage.
So 8 and then 8?
Yep.
And this is force damage?
Yes, it is.
So narratively, you're reaching out with these water-empowered fists, and the first strike is going right for his balls, and then the second one is going for an eye rake, and they're right on target. But he has been in this defensive pose, and he just cycles through the motions, and you see, you don't hit the crotch, but you get him right on the inside of the leg, and then you don't hit the eyes, but you just slash across the nose, which is painful, and you make him wince a little, and you see a mixture of slight relief perhaps and surprise that you managed to get the first blood, and ignored the sleet storm as well. Technically, he would have to make a concentration check, but he would be dropping that anyway. So,
sure. As Vapos takes a stance again, or he's just going to use one of the water arms to make that kind of come hither motion with his hand.
Nice. Oh my gosh. I'm assuming you already have refreshed your inspiration, but if not, go ahead and do that.
I have not, so I'll take it.
Okay, go ahead and refresh that. Amazing. Jhikaas I mean, he already said his free words, but oh man, that was amazing. That brings us to Shadir's turn. Shadir is kind of freaking out, actually. He just got hit by these blades. His sister healed him, but he's actually pretty hurt. Between the even though he dodged some of the acid and everything that's going on, this is crazy pants. This is a pitched battle. So he is flying overhead, Kiri, and he is he says, I don't know about this, and he is flying over here, and he is he's gonna, in passing, he's gonna read off that mantra that Bella had translated. Only the hand that erases can write the true thing. And he is flying over there, still staying near Akiri, but kind of feeling a little bit safer for himself, perhaps. And he is going to actually cast a spell on himself, which is going to protect him. Okay. So that is he's gonna say to himself, I always gotta cast mage armor before the fight. And that brings us to Jhikaas. Jhikaas is not smiling, not frowning, but has this almost frightening blankness on his overgrown yet very thin and very hollow-cheeked face. And he says, "This is the end of your cycle as my disciple." And he is going to open up with a strike going toward your chin. As he attacks, the bracers that he wears flash with magical energy. They are in the shape of a pistol shrimp. So this first strike comes out. Boom. Ooh, he doesn't have advantage to hit you, does he?
Nope.
Okay. So he is going to... he is going to hit you with that, I believe.
I think so.
You cannot take reactions as this strike nails you across the side of the face and the chin. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
And you are taking 24 points of damage.
Isn't the plus there from
no,
the crit?
that's from the crit. You're taking 14 damage
Okay.
from his strike.
Oh no.
Okay. Wham! Your eyes, guys, you can see as Vapos is spun around by the force of this blow. Not so much because of the damage, but because it just hit it hit the button. It hit the button, as they call it in boxing, on the temple. And you are stunned.
Okay.
Until the end of their next turn. So it's until the end of your next turn, not his next turn. But now you are stunned. You can't take reactions. And Jhikaas' turn isn't over. He is...
Yeah, actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, that's really important. I think I'm going to re-roll that. I'm going to spend that inspiration I just got.
Oh, you're going to spend the inspiration. Go for it.
Yeah.
You just got. Yeah, okay.
Okay. There we go. That's a 20.
So, So you get spun around. You're facing away from him. Your eyes cross, and you like pulling from some deep well of energy inside of you. You spin back around to face him, back to the pose with your hand, and you're just like, yeah, come on. But you still can't take reactions. Jhikaas will be a little disconcerted by that, but he is still gonna be following up with some flurry attacks. So that is a hit with a 20.
Yep.
That's going to be 17 points of damage. So these enormous fists, right, with the bone is as hard as rock. Over many years of training, it slams into your shoulder or some other part of you. Actually, it probably would be the shoulder if it's doing 17. So your rib, and deals 17 points of bludgeoning damage. And he is going to go ahead and do that again. Bam!
Oh no.
I think he just crit you.
I think he did.
So, correcting his mistake from earlier, he doesn't just go for the button, he goes for the eyes. And you're not blinded, but you take double damage. That's going to be 21 points of, we're going to call it piercing this time, as he stabs his long, creepily long fingernails that look yellow and rotten right into your face with a crit. And that is the end of his turn. For now.
Okay.
Vapo's not looking so great anymore, guys. Bella.
All right. I'm going to take a shot at this guy right here.
All right.
29 to hit for 14 damage.
Sorry, which guy was it? Oh, Lord. Okay. You send an arrow through its eye in a mirror of what Jhikaas just did to Vapos, and it drops to the ground. What else?
Then I guess I'm going to move. Now, we can cross this water as difficult terrain, right?
If there's lily pads, you can.
If
Otherwise,
there's
you're going to
a-
have to swim.
Never mind then. I'm just going to go this direction.
Okay.
I'll wind up next to Mavra.
All right.
And I guess that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Jhikaas is going to use a legendary action. He is going to... He is going to shout, "Come, my disciples, and prove your worth to the ones who dwell below, the Master of Masters, forever unchanging." And that is going to activate these guys. So the figures up on the fingers rise up as though awakening from a timeless slumber. And they are going to, remember how I mentioned there's these streamers of magic and runes that flow from the fingers to these colored bubbles? Well, each of them is going to you're going to see their bodies flowing along those streams to one of the bubbles. Okay. And that's it for the legendary action. That brings us to Mavra's turn.
Hey, so this fish in front of Mavra is still alive, correct?
Yep. No one's... I don't
Okay,
think
she's
it's
gonna
attacked yet.
try and finish that thing off real quick.
Okay.
So 28 to hit.
Yeah, it's finished.
Okay.
I'm just going to go ahead and delete it.
And
She
then
deletes it.
she's gonna move to this other fish and attack it with her second attack.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Bella and Mavra can see a inscription on the railing of the bridge, a glowing inscription next to this bubble. All right, so she moves up there, and what? Another attack.
Second attack. It's only a 15.
That will actually hit him.
Oh, great! So it's 14 damage.
He's dead.
Mavra will swear off sushi and end her turn.
Okay. She doesn't want to move anymore.
I don't know. Let me see real quick if she can. But
I think she activated her boots, didn't she?
that's true. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, she can still has another 20 feet. So she'll go there.
Okay.
That'll be her turn.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Akiri's turn. Shadir is going to yell at you, Akiri. He's going to say, "We have to help Vapos. I think the bubbles can help him."
All right, let's see what we can do then. And actually, what she's gonna say is, you find the bubbles. You figure out the bubbles. I'm gonna go see if I can help him out.
Okay.
So what she's going to do is she's going to take flight,
All right.
and she's going to head towards Vapos.
How high
Full
is she?
movement, like dash.
How high is she?
Like 10 feet.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and move.
And with a dash, she can go 90 feet. Sorry, I have to measure that out.
She can move 90 with a dash?
Yeah, 50-foot fly speed.
Oh. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, anyways, that's the entirety of my turn. We can move on. I'm just gonna move her.
Okay. If that's her whole turn, that brings us to Breath.
I like the look of these new buddies that are showing up. So I'm gonna hobble over, say, "Hey there, nice to meet ya. Here's my sword," and I'm gonna attack them twice recklessly.
Okay, so Breath.
Yes.
This guy has. I mean, first of all, he looks ripped, but he also has stone encasing parts of his body, and it's flexible. This rock, it breathes with him. It's like he's not wearing armor or any protection at all, and yet it protects him. And in this greenish bubble, the greenish bubble also seems to be lending him some kind of defensive power. Just so you know. Go ahead.
No, sorry, I just realized I accidentally erased my HP total from my character sheet.
Oops. Can you undo?
I tried and it's not doing anything. How much? I got poison blast. Do you recall how much damage that dealt me?
Yeah.
The acid is 6.
Okay, I will correct that after I roll my 2 attacks.
Yeah, it did 26.
Perfect. That's right. Yeah. All right. Attack 1. Attack 2. So that's a 22 and an 18 to hit.
Well, those will both hit. Yeah, even the 18 is going to hit on that. You see, as you're attacking him, that this stone shell kind of grows on all sides except where your axe is smashing through, because it can't grow there. But on other sides of him, there's this sort of reactive stone defense that's growing. So he almost has this partial earthen shell. So, how much damage?
Oh gosh, let's see. There's 24 slashing damage.
Okay.
And 15 poison damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action zap for 1 lightning damage.
Okay. That did all this damage. This figure is defending itself. It's dodging and weaving. And he says, I am loyal.
Great.
He says, I am Adach. Loyal to Jhikaas, Master of Flow.
I'm just gonna tell you, buddy, you could have picked anyone else and it would have been a better choice. Jhikaas is kind of a jerk.
He just frowns with these angry stone eyebrows. He does seem to be an Earth Ganassi as well. Anything else, Bref?
That'll do it.
Vapos.
All right. Vapos is definitely a little worse for wear after that flurry of blows.
Yeah.
But he is going to turn to Jhikaas and I guess he's just going to start by doing a stunning strike of his own. And
All right.
yeah, I think we're going to start trying to do some damage here. So that is a 25 to hit.
Yep, that's a hit.
And that'll be 18 force damage.
You do have a disadvantage to.
Oh, did he defend himself again?
No, he didn't actually.
Okay.
He could have, but. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, he did. Yes, he actually did. I had subtracted the key and I forgot to say it.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, even so, that's a 24 to hit.
Okay. Your punch is going to get way up in there at the solar plexus, his enlarged solar plexus.
All right.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. DC is 16.
Okay. He is going to use. What's the DC?
16.
Oh wait, why did I just roll a d20? Silly. But it's okay. He is going to. He's gonna have to spend some key here.
He can't take reactions
Why not?
because Stunning Strike. If you hit, the target cannot take reactions until the end of their next turn, and then they must also make a Constitution saving throw or become stunned. Same thing he did to me.
You're saying that he can't use tranquility?
Correct.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I couldn't use it against him. That's why I had to use inspiration.
That's pretty cool. Okay. I see. In that case, he is going to have to burn one of those.
Fair enough. All right.
Very nice. Okay, so he can't take reactions though. There's nothing you can do about that. That's amazing.
All right. And then I'm going to do a second attack. But that's a natural one.
Wait, is tranquility a reaction? I don't think tranquility
It
is
is.
a reaction.
It is a reaction.
Okay. Alright. I don't have it in my reactions section, but I believe you. Oh, I have it in my reactions section as well. I just put it in two places. My fault. Okay. What happened?
I tried to attack him again, but I got a natural one.
Gotcha. Amazing. Okay, anything else, Vapos? Disengaging?
I think I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm going to, or I'm just going to take the dodge action.
Okay.
Or take the dodge bonus action. Patient defense.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
So after, you guys are weaving and striking and going through these forms, and it's kind of incredible because you have taken a beating, but you've gotten some hits in too. So you're definitely looking a lot more the worse for wear than this enormous dude, but
Sure.
you're actually holding your own at the moment, sort of. Okay, so Vapos is staying in the ring. Shadir's turn. He says, we've got to do something. So he is going to fly. He's going to fly over here, Bella, near you. And he's going to read the inscription, or try to. He's going to succeed, and he is going to. Oh, yay! We got a mouse. All right. We have a mouse.
Hooray.
We have a mouse problem, and Kate just heard the trap. Yay! He says, "Even death is not to be feared by one who has lived wisely." And as he meditates and concentrates, part of his energy is going to travel through the air to Vapos. So both Shadir and Vapos will get +1 attack and damage and 5 temp HP for a round.
Cool.
And that would be Shadir's actions and movement. So that brings us to Jhikaas' turn. Jhikaas can see how hurt you are. And one second, I have to read my notes about phase 2 of this fight.
No problem.
Okay, right. Ah, yes, okay. That's fine. Okay. He is going to... He's gonna... Right. He is going to grin a little. I don't know how you expect to stand against me. And he's going to kind of do this circling move around you. But I can see that you have grown stronger than before. Now it is time. Now it is time to show you what you never will learn.
Hi, I realized I took damage earlier and forgot to roll a constitution check with Wes. Sorry, that was the same. That was the wrong one.
Okay, but you failed?
Yeah.
Did you take more than 20 damage?
No. She only took 13.
Then you should be fine. It's half your damage, or it's half the damage or 10.
Yeah, you
I
said...
thought it was any damage you took.
No, it's...
Yes, the DC is half the damage.
Mm-hmm. The DC is
Or
half the
10.
damage you took.
Superman flying cars.
Oh.
Yeah, half the damage or 10, whichever is higher.
Okay.
Alright. You know what? What if I did something else instead that was really nasty? Yeah, I like this move better. He says, if you had ever grown strong enough, then you would be able to combine your strikes. So he's going to do one move, striking at your temple, at your button, and the other trying to get you at a pressure point at the heart. So this first one is a stunning strike again.
Right? He's at disadvantage, but it doesn't matter.
He does have disadvantage to attack you, but he still gets you as his bracers flash. And then he... so you need to make a saving throw, and you can't take reactions.
Right. Oh my god, 21.
You make it. And then he's going to... So he is not going to be able to patient defense this turn. So he is going all out, going for this pressure point by your heart. Okay. Boom. 22 hits.
Yep.
And you take 10 more damage. And you must make a con saving throw.
Oh god.
You still have blast.
Ah, it's an 18.
You still have blast.
You have your.
I'm including
you have
it.
your luck. You have your lucky bracelet. You can re-roll that roll.
I don't have a lucky bracelet.
What?
Yep.
Wait, I have good news. The DC... There's nothing in Paralytic Punch that increases the DC, right?
Not for me, no.
Yeah, DC 20 is a typo. It's actually DC 18.
Oh, thank god.
Yeah, all his DCs are 18, so...
Okay.
20 was actually a typo on my part. And, yeah. Okay.
Oh, thank god.
So you barely make it with an 18. Because Bless stayed up.
Because of Bless.
Because Bless stayed up, he makes it exactly. You will never win this duel. But he did not manage to stun or paralyze you. That brings us to Bella's turn.
All right.
She sidesteps once again.
Bella's going to probably just dash this turn. That's my whole turn.
All right.
Wait. I have a bonus action. I'm going to healing word Shadir as I run past him.
Thank you.
For 17 points of healing.
Wow. That almost brings him to full. That's really great. Thank you so much, Bella. All right. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. Mavra's turn.
Mavra is going to move to this side of this bubbly fella and start wailing on him with Dragon's Bite. That's a 22 and an 18.
Okay. $22 and an 18. The 22 is going to hit. The 18, oh yeah, it's also going to hit. Wow. Oh, yes, it will. No, wait. Ah, yes. Okay. So as Mavra is attacking, remember I mentioned this stone shield was protecting him in all directions except right where your axe was?
Right.
Right? So it seems that he is going to be taking less damage from her attacks.
Which is frankly very rude of him. Is he still up?
So that's what? Sorry?
After the damage he took, is he still up?
Absolutely, yeah. He's gonna take reduced damage from each of those attacks. Yeah.
Right. Is he still up and fighting?
Yes, he is.
Okay, she's gonna action surge.
All right.
I think both of those will hit as well.
Okay. Yep, for sure. All right. Bam, bam, bam. Stone chips are flying. He is trying to defend himself, but there's only so much he can do. So that's going to be... Right. He is still up.
Okay, that's all she can do, so...
All right. That brings us to Akiri's turn. Well... yeah.
Alright, she is going to move closer to Vapos. Yeah, she's going to move her full movement to Vapos, and then we'll go from there.
All right. Okay. When you get there, you can feel this arcane resistance pushing against your face. You can move no farther forward.
That's okay.
All right. Anything else?
Yes. She's going to cast Healing Word on Vapos real quick.
Okay. Make a... roll a d20 and add your proficiency in wisdom. Basically, it's like a spell attack.
Hold on. Trying to math.
Just roll a d20 real quick. Or there's a spell attack button somewhere, maybe. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see. Your proficiency would be...
You're saying it
4, and then I have a 20 in Dex. Sorry, in Wisdom. So I think that's a
Okay.
So it's plus 9.
27.
Okay. Amazingly, your magic, you force it through. The word pushes through, the word of healing pushes through the magical barrier and actually does affect Vapos. Roll heal up. There you go.
Thank you.
What else? Is that it?
That's going to be it. Yep.
Okay.
It's not a lot, Vapos.
Is that including your clerical life?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I rolled a fuck ton of ones.
Okay. I thought it gave you a flat bonus.
It does.
Well, guys, nobody wants to stop, but it is very late for some of our players. So,
I'm good to do another round if other people are, but
okay, that would be a question mostly for Jeremy, I think. It is about to be your turn, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna attack this guy, so that wouldn't be too hard for me.
All right. Go for it. I think Akiri's turn is over.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, let's take a couple swings. It's a 24 and a 23.
Hits. At the start of your turn, Breath, the protective stone shell has faded from around him, and as you strike again, it starts building up in all directions except the direction from where you're attacking. So those are hits, and how much damage is it?
Oh gosh, 16 plus 28 slashing and 17 poison.
Okay. 28 slashing and 17 poison. Amazing. He is sliced up and goes down. He crumbles into chunks of rock, and as he does so, those chunks of rock start to float and travel swiftly along the trail of magic and toward Jhikaas. Jhikaas makes a noise. You've barely scratched him, but he makes a noise as though he's in pain, Vapos. And it looks like he begins to absorb the soul of his disciple. My disciple returns to me. And he starts gaining this stony protection, Vapos.
Okay.
But he is stunned. He is not really paying attention to you.
Hey, Max ignored him about to put in the chat. I'm just checking to see if this is right.
That's fine. You got that?
I do.
Okay. So that brings us. Oh well, is that it, Bref?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. That brings us to Vapos' turn. One more thing. Bref and Mavra can see the inscription on this crumbled remnant of a stone altar, or kind of a crumbled remnant of a stone gate and altar, where there's this mantra that flashes. It's runic writing, but of course you can't read. But it's there when this guy dies. Okay. Okay, Vapos' turn.
All right. So Vapos is going to see this window of opportunity and is going to just completely unload on Jhikaas. he is going to spend 6 key points to attack 4 times.
Okay. Go for it.
And he's activating his key straps as well to get his beatings damage on all of this. And as he's going, he's just doing a flurry of punches and specifically trying to strike as this stone armor seems to be forming around him. He's just using the water to try to get in and underneath inside the cracks of that stone and trying to make sure that he's not benefiting from that protection as much as he can.
Very cool.
So that is, if he's stunned, 21 to hit.
That's a miss.
Yikes. Okay.
You only have a +3 to attack?
No, that's the bless. I've got a +10.
Oh.
So, alrighty. Then is going to be a 24 to hit.
Oh, wait. Did you forget +1 to attack from...
Oh,
Shadir?
I did, yes.
+1 to attack and damage.
Yeah, that I did not include that.
Uh-huh.
So, 22.
Hit.
Okay. So then the first one will be 18 force damage.
Okay.
And then
Takes
the
that.
second one will be 23 force damage.
Okay. That is going to much more than burn through... How much force damage was the second one?
The second one was 23.
Wow. That is way more than going to burn through the temp HP that he just got from absorbing
All right.
soul. But this
Then-
stone shell starts forming around him in all directions other than the one you're attacking.
Okay.
Where you're attacking.
Third attack is a 28 or 29 for 21 force damage.
Yep.
And
Whammo!
then last attack is only a 20 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay.
Your blow caroms off the somewhat stony armor that he is now starting to gain.
Yeah. And as he sees kind of what Jhikaas is doing, and once he finally releases that or finishes that flurry, he's just going to Jhikaas. You seek to become an island of strength, but true mastery of the self means recognizing where you fall short and where others can assist you.
Amazing.
And that's going to be my turn.
All right. Shadir is going to move off the bubble, so he's going to stop providing that buff to you.
Okay.
And he's going to fly over here. He's going to say, I see more glowing runes. And being Shadir, nerd that he is going to try to read that inscription by the green orb. And he will succeed. And he'll chant out loud so that Bref can hear, well, all of you can hear. When you realize nothing is lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Huh. And he is going to end his turn there. Okay. So Jhikaas made the mistake of waiting a little too long to use his legendary action and actually lost it last round. Because then he couldn't use it because he was stunned. Which I think is how that works. So he never got to use it. He's stunned right now. Yeah. Okay. So he can't take any actions. That brings us to Bella's turn.
All right. Can't tell if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I think on balance it's a good thing, so I'm gonna try and shoot this guy. But I'm gonna declare him my mortal enemy.
Ah. Okay.
God damn it. That is only a 15 to hit.
15 on who? When you declare someone your mortal enemy, you have advantage to attack them.
Oh, right, I have advantage. That's a 25 to hit.
Okay.
I was like, I know I have advantage from somewhere, but I can't remember where.
Yeah, pull up your bow card. So he does this cool move where he pulls up some water and tries to like redirect your arrow. But that doesn't work. So he tries to also like catch the arrow. And all he manages to do is reduce its damage somewhat. So that would be 20 damage.
Yes.
So he reduced its damage. And he looks at you. And he has a different... Bella, he has a very different look in his eye than the other disciples. He looks sad instead of hating you. And he says, I don't want to do this. I don't want to fight you. He says, Master Jhikaas, why are we fighting these people? And Jhikaas isn't answering. He's stunned.
Well, I feel bad now.
Okay. Okay. That is going to bring us to 10 p.m. my time, which is fine by me. I just want to check in with the people for whom it is very late. The next thing that's going to happen is the disciples are going to unleash... we were supposed to have some koi attacks. I skipped that. Yeah, the bad guys are going to go, basically. So before I launch that, I just want to check in about time. We still good? You want to keep going?
I'm still good, but if you need to go, Bref, that's no problem.
I prefer to wrap up.
Okay.
I'm ambivalent. Whatever everyone wants to do, I'm fine.
I think that's totally fair, and it's totally normal for a massive boss fight to take multiple sessions to complete.
Yeah.
So, we are going to stop there, guys, right as Jhikaas's other disciples are about to unleash whatever the fuck they can do. So thank you very much for playing. Thank you to anyone who watches this later. You are awesome. Thank you to Jeremy, player of Bref the Barbarian. Thank you to M, player of Akiri the Cleric. Thank you to Kirsten, player of Bella the Bard. Thank you to Corey, player of Vapos the Monk, whose major plot storyline is happening here as he faces his old master. And thank you to Danielle, player of Naver the Fighter, who has to leave early. You guys, this has been a lot of fun so far, and there's more to come. We haven't even seen Jhikaas's secret move yet. So I'm looking forward to that. But until next time, thank you all very much. for playing.
Thank you, Max. This is awesome.
Yeah, this was cool.
This has been great.
Cool. Yeah, a lot of lot of fun, and more to come. All right. Good night, everybody.
Night, guys.
Good night.
Good night, all.